Hello and welcome back to the Entrepreneur's Anchor. I am Naveen Kumar Selvaraj. We have spent 2 seasons now on a powerful journey. Season 1 was about being, finding that internal spiritual anchor. Season 2 was about becoming, forging the flexible steel and resilience to endure the storm. And now we begin Season 3, the integrated entrepreneur. This season is all about doing. It's the practical, real world application. It's where the spiritual anchor meets the daily grind. How do you live this? How do you integrate your purpose with your health, your habits, and your business systems? And it all starts today with a surprising teacher, Homer Simpson. Yep. I had a very interesting realization one morning. I was watching a small clip from The Simpsons in which Homer, not being able to sleep, he wakes up incredibly early. He gets to work before anyone else, and in that one day, his life is transformed. He gets a lot of things done. He solves major problems, he is celebrated, he even gets a raise. Now, this is an animation, a cartoon, you know, but the underlying principle is very real. It made me realize how we as entrepreneurs treat our mornings. Most of us wake up in a panic. The first thing we touch is our phone. Wake up to an alarm, literally, the dictionary meaning being a warning of danger, right? So we start our day in a state of stress, already late, already reaching to a flood of emails and notifications, so much noise. But what if we just didn't? What if we just woke up just 15 minutes early? Forget an hour, just 15 minutes. What could you do with 15 minutes of uninterrupted peace? You could start your day relaxed. No rush, no mental stress about, oh God, I'm late. Oh, I need to do that. You could, I don't know, you could just do so many things. You could make a coffee and just think. You could journal. You could meditate. You could simply be before you have to do. Yes, this isn't a hustle culture hack. Let me make this clear. This is a spiritual act. It is the sacred art of creating space for your spirit, for your anchor, before the world rushes in and demands your attention. Now, let's imagine you get comfortable with those 15 minutes, right? And you incrementally increase that to 1 hour a day. Yeah, let's do the maths. 1 hour extra per day is 365 hours a year. If your average focused workday is 10 hours, you have just gifted yourself 36.5 extra working days this year. Think about that. You've added more than a month of productive time to your calendar. What could you do with 36? You could build that side hustle. You could learn that new skill. You could get that additional degree. You could finally get in shape. Well, you could record a podcast like I'm doing now, and you can write that book. Or you could simply use that time to be more present, thoughtful, and become a strategic leader in your main hustle. The Homer Simpson effect is the realization that a small intentional change in your routine isn't just a small change, it's a real compounding shift that can completely alter the trajectory of your life and your year ahead. But here's the crucial distinction we must make. The hustle community will tell you to wake up at 4 a.m. so you can outwork your competition. That is a philosophy rooted in scarcity and fear. It's not what we are talking about. Waking up early to work from a place of panic is just extending your slavery to the dream, as we'll call it. Waking up early to create space is an act of spiritual freedom. The goal isn't to be the first employee in your own company. The goal is to be the CEO of your own mind before you become the CEO of your business. That first 15, 30, or 60 minutes is your time. It's the time you use to practice your witness consciousness, to observe your own mind, to set your intention for the day, to remind yourself why you are doing what you do. When you do this, You stop reacting to the day and you start creating it. You walk into your office, physical or virtual, with a sense of calm, purpose, and presence. You already won the most important battle of the day, the one for your own peace of mind. This single habit is the foundation of an integrated entrepreneur. Because if you can't even integrate 15 minutes of peace into your morning, how can you possibly expect to integrate your higher purpose into the chaos of a full business day? It's not really that hard, but it's a choice. It's the choice to prioritize your anchor over your anxiety. So, here's a practical application. I'm not going to ask you to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Let's build this like we build a business with small, sustainable, incremental wins. So here's a challenge. For the next 7 days, I want you to set your alarm 15 minutes earlier than you absolutely have to. That's it. Just 15 minutes. Here's the non negotiable rule: you are not allowed to use that time for reactive work. No email, no social media, and no news. You must use that 15 minutes for any of these intentional acts. 1. Sit in total silence. Just be. 2. Journal. Write down one thing that you're grateful for and one intention for the day. 3. Meditate. Focus on your breath. 4. Read 10 pages of a book that feeds your mind or spirit. 5. Move. Do 15 minutes of light stretching or a walk. Do this for just 1 week. At the end of that week, ask yourself, how did I feel starting my day? If their answer is better, then you have found your new foundation. And maybe, just maybe, you'll feel inspired to try for 30, maybe even 20 for that matter. This is the first step. This is how we begin to do the work. If these ideas resonate with you, the single best way to support the show and join our community is to hit the follow or subscribe button in your podcast app right now. It takes 1 second and it tells the platform that this work is important. And please share this episode with just one entrepreneur today in your life who you know is starting their day in a state of stress. Thank you for joining me on this first episode of season 3. Next week, we are going to build on this idea of discipline with a powerful story. I call it the NS effect, strengthening your string. Until then, stay grounded, keep building with purpose, and remember, your spirituality is your greatest asset. See you next time.